Amber Alerts. Amber Alerts, or America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response Alerts, started back in 1996 after a child named Amber Hagerman, just 9 years old, was abducted and murdered in Arlington, Texas. Amber Alerts are a way of alerting people when a child has been abducted. The alerts are issued via email, electronic traffic condition signs, LED billboards, and also through phones. And it is the issue of alerts through phones that concerns me today. I'm going to start this off with a few disclaimers so that those of you who immediately think I'm an asshole will have some reason to question your decision. Listen, I have nothing against Amber Alerts. I am not pro-child abduction, okay? I believe the goal of Amber Alerts is admirable. I just question the methods. Here's the thing. I received an Amber Alert on my phone the other day, and it occurred to me, how is this supposed to help? I mean, I was at home at the time, luckily, because the alert came on my phone in the form of a text, and as we know, texting and driving is against the law. And part of texting includes reading texts. Can you imagine texting without reading the texts? If you wanted to ignore someone, you'd just call them. As I said, though, I was at home, and I had no way of looking for an abductor, or an abductee, or an abduct anything. The Amber Alert certainly didn't do anyone any good being sent to me at home. In fact, the way Amber Alerts are most effective is if you're on the road, because the text sent to you includes the make and model of the car being driven, allegedly being driven, by the abductor. And that got me to thinking. In order for Amber Alerts to work, everyone has to break the law. I mean, you have to read the text, right? Texting is illegal. Reading texts is part of texting. Therefore, reading texts from Amber Alerts is illegal. I brought this up with some friends, and one had the brilliant idea everyone should pull off to the side of the road. Well, that makes sense. Just pull over. Then you won't be texting and driving, right? But how would you know it's an Amber Alert, thus necessitating you to pull over, if you don't read it? How do you prevent yourself from breaking the law by reading the Amber Alert unless you break the law by reading the Amber Alert? And even then, even if there was some psychic pre-Amber Alert, a yellow alert, let's say, some system that told you emergency text coming, Amber Alert, emergency text coming, who the hell is going to pull off to the side of the road? Have you seen the people who drive on the freeway? They're crazy. And I'm not saying this because I hate Amber Alerts. I'm sure they've done plenty of good. I just think it's strange that we have this mental block when it comes to Amber Alerts, that we live in denial every time one comes in. I'm not texting, I'm just reading a text. In order to really be texting, I'd have to type at least 7 to 10 words. Then again, maybe none of this really matters. Maybe I'm observing a problem nobody cares about. People text and drive all the time. Punishment after the fact does not stop bad behavior. Education does. The same goes for the sick minds who abduct children. Honestly, if we're trying to stop them after they've already taken a child, we're probably trying too late. The Department of Justice hails the Amber Alert program as a success, saying they've saved 685 children to date. That's 38 a year since the plan began. Mind you, other statistics cited in an article on Slate tell us that 800,000 children go missing every year. For those keeping score, that's 800,000 to 38. Does that sound a little high? Well, let's go with just a small fraction instead. How about only 1%? Only 1% of the original number. That still leaves us at 8,000 kids missing for every 38 recovered. And this my side just got a whole lot less funny. Some of those I've spoken to about the Amber Alert system have told me that my annoyance at those texts is cynical, that I should respect a system that has saved so many children. I say, we're not even close to addressing the problem. The Amber Alert system just makes a few people feel good, while telling everyone to break the law in order to play along. What do you think about the Amber Alert system? Leave a comment below. And be sure to check out my website at kenlasalle.com. You can find my books on Amazon and around the web, and my audiobooks on iTunes, Audible, and other audio sites. Be sure to check out my podcast, So Dream Something, and subscribe to this channel for more videos coming soon. I'm Ken LaSalle.